Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our review of Capcom Arcade Stadium. And this time we're going to look at Dynasty Wars. Not Dynasty Warriors, Dynasty Wars. Although I think they take place in the same time period. Yeah, this is a game I'm not that familiar with. I remember seeing previews of this in EGM while trying to get monthly, back when we had magazines. And back when that was the only way we could learn about games, was through magazines. And it looked super interesting, but my local arcades in my area, all around my area, never did carry this game. To this day, I don't think I've ever seen this cabinet, which is a real shame. It looks like something that would have been really fun. And I think this has appeared in other collections. Oh, Lube, yeah, okay, so this is the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Okay. It's just in side-scrolling Capcom beat-em-up form. Well, nothing wrong with that. We'll leave it on medium, sure. Thankfully we have different credits. Let's see, did I earn any new skins? I have not. Not really. Well, you must have to do a lot to earn them. Again, there's cabinets out here. I don't think this cabinet ever looked like any of these cabinets. I mean, to me it's almost kind of a shame that they didn't actually get the, render of the cabinets that these games were shipped in, or most likely appeared in. Yeah, there we go. Our 1-to-1, our best fit, and then our stretch if you are insane. No filter. Scan lines, thick scan lines, simple filter, scan lines, screen distortion, and thick scan lines. I don't know why you'd ever want screen distortion and thick scan lines. I mean, it doesn't even look like the image of the original game. Again, you can rotate the screen physically, although in this case there would be no advantage to it since it's a side view game. Same thing with the display orientation. You can rotate it if you want. I don't know if you find it more convenient to hold your system upright. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that, but okay. Alright, rapid fire. Oh, that's right, it's attack left and right. Oh, well, I guess it makes sense to do it this way. Left, right. Tactics. What? What the hell? Okay, well, whatever. And again, this game is in pack 2. If you want to buy the packs. You can buy it individually, too. Still Liu Wei. Subdue Wang Xing.
I'm taking the field. Liu Wei.
Oh. Funny, the voice acting is just as good as anything from Dynasty Warriors, yeah. Meaning, not good. But in the arcade in the 90s, yeah, this is exactly what you would have expected. Mainly because you couldn't even hear the game, with all the noise going on in the arcade. And most of these games were in mono. They weren't even in stereo. There wasn't much need for stereo. When games were in stereo, it was kind of a big deal, or if it was in a much, much larger cabinet. Maybe a sit-down model or something. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh, yeah, you. Yeah, it's interesting to set up like a Double Dragon 2 with left and right attack, as opposed to just one generic attack button. Still a good looking game. I think the art's pretty strong. All the stuff that was on the CPS and CPS2 were just really great games. Great looking games. Oh, I can't give up here. Well, we're not going to, don't worry. Damn, look at all these dudes, man. They were really spreading it on thick. You know, your generals were fine. They can handle themselves. This is not easy. Man, these guys are tough. It's interesting, it's just one life. Yeah, he was like 2 ticks away from dying.
I have killed General
Oh boy, more gruesome, huh? I've killed the general. Oh no, I'm gonna get my insurance. Oh, hey, you know, you're on the ship too. Why the hell is it on fire? Yeah, it seemed like a smart move. I got an idea. Let's burn them. Starting right here. Wait, we're still on the ship? Oh. Well, we're surrounded by water. It's perfectly safe. Why set fire to it in the first place? Oh, oh, my horse! I must avenge my horse. Well, actually, the horse didn't die. Well, you know, whatever. It's interesting that you can play a lot of the game on horseback. Usually in one of these games, you'd typically get knocked off your horse in like the first minute. And then you'd scramble around to find another horse. And, you know, you'd be on that horse for like another minute. And then like all the enemies would be on horses. So this is pleasant. swear, Capcom was like the king of this genre of the side-scrolling beat 'em up. I mean, they made so many of these kind of games. But they also tended to be the best ones, so, you know, they had the formula down. It's too bad the formula just got too, you know, it just got too tired. You know, making too many of them. Like after a while, I just kind of stopped paying attention to their beat 'em ups. You know, because they had Final Fight and then Magic Sword and Knights of the Round, and you know, they had this game. Although I didn't see this game growing up. You know, and then they all sort of felt the same after a while. It's weird when I see people make lists of like their favorite like Super Nintendo games, and they list like all of these beat 'em up games. You know, Magic Sword and Captain Commando, and it's like, you like all of these games? I mean, I understand liking one or two, but like they're like all the same. It's gotta be a little tiring to, you know, play Knights of the Round, Magic Sword, Captain Commando, Final Fight, you know, 2 and 3. You gotta get tired of that genre at some point in time, especially within the same system, you know. Now the games are very rarely made, so it's fun to see them when they come out. But boy, back then, man, Capcom was churning these things out. Oh, look at all these. There's a bunch of Karnovs. Holy crap, wow, this is not easy. Look at this. And there's archers that show up every once in a while. Man. And for Liu Bei, this would be tough.
You're going to get my head? Ha 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 ha! You made me laugh. Come to see me at Tongmengu.
It's so bad. Yeah, it's too bad they couldn't have licensed the Punisher. I always felt that that was one of their defining beat 'em up games. But you know, it is what it is. All that stuff is like super expensive to license at this point. Honestly, of all the games, the Magic Sword is the one that baffles me that people like. It's like every level lasts like 1 or 2 minutes, you know, and you know there's like over 100 levels, I think, if I remember that game right. But it just felt so boring, just zipping through things there. You know, then they released the Super Nintendo version, which I thought was fairly accurate, not 100%. And it just made it worse playing a game like that at home. Just realizing it, you know, just how absolutely, how absolutely shallow it was. I can understand like Knights of the Round and Captain Commando because those are much shorter games. So it takes and there's a little bit more technique. And Magic Sword is just like you just walk around and just like one slash everything. Again, I'm actually surprised that it's not in this collection. But, you know, they are still planning on making more packs, so at some point in time we may see it. So tough. I don't know how you'd survive normally.
I have killed General Tong Tao.
Look how surprised he is. Oh my gosh! That's so brutal, man.
You have merely defeated the Huang King. Do not be too confident. We are too strong. They cannot touch us.
Like how's the same guy playing the two different voices with no difference? You know, like I would do it. I can definitely see why this didn't appear like on Super Nintendo. I think this did appear on the Saturn in some form. I imagine it would have been like a perfect port. I think this one's tough because it's like an extremely competent game. But Capcom did make a lot of these games, so it's like, in a way, it's like one of the least exciting games on the collection. So the only thing that's really exciting about it is that a lot of people wouldn't have played it. They may not have been able to see this game in arcades. I don't think it was widely distributed. I don't even know if it was like successful for Capcom or not. Can't imagine them, you know, pouring like a whole bunch of development dollars on this. Hard to say though, really. Capcom of this day and age is much different than the Capcom now. Although games took, you know, there were much smaller teams of people making games back then than there are now. You know, because games didn't require, you know, hundreds and hundreds of people. You know, like an Assassin's Creed does now. Maybe requires is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. There's one talented horse. Look at that. Walk backwards across a rather iffy bridge. No wonder these guys won. These horses are awesome. Ooh, look at that. Fancy. It's actually really tough to ride a horse like that. To ride on the side and then get up on two legs on its back. Yeah. You and that horse have to really trust each other. Yeah. Oh, that got me. Come on.
I have killed General Wei Shan.
Oh, ooh, no blood on that one. He just cut the penis off. Whoa, eunuch! My name is Lai Chu. Why so? I know the text is like it's all on the bottom. I don't know how you'd even have time to read it. Ugh. No, I'll be honest. Darn it. Yeah, disappointed I am. Ugh. Carnal with axes. My name is Kichi. You want to cut off my head? Don't make me laugh. I mean, I definitely won't laugh if you do that. I would sort of lose the thing that would give me the ability to laugh. So don't make me. I'm just saying. Hold on a minute. I want to get warm in here. The cat likes it though. All that fur of Arakai, you still want it warm. I guess your normal warm temperature is much different than my normal warm temperature. Oh, that's kind of a catchy tune. My name is Lipu. I am blonde. And they dyed their hair back then. I mean, not that I would be surprised or anything. Eastern cultures have had hair dye for, you know, many millennia. Many hundreds of years. I'm trying to figure out a strategy with this game, but you know, this game's not really about strategy. At some point in time, you are going to die. It's just a matter of trying to figure out how you can extend your life as much as possible. There's usually too much going on for you to really avoid everything.
We'll meet again. I will not forget you.
I won't forget you here either, Blondie. What the hell are you doing in this part of the world? Although I guess the earliest record of blonde children was even before this period. Pretty rare, but yeah, definitely existed, even in this part of the world. Yeah, and it wasn't exposure from you know, Western genes either. It's just one of those things that happens, you know, across the globe, regardless of whether or not there is you know, a history of Western genes or not. Just more rare in different parts of the world than others, but still fairly rare compared to the, you know, the total number of you know, dark-haired people in the world. Ooh, oh, you're hanging out. Look at you, fighting a good fight. What an eyesore. Jeez. I'm totally not nice, man. That's not cool. I work out every day. Sorry, I was born with this face. I can't do anything about it. Especially during this period. Put on some makeup, I guess, and a wig. Oh, look at all those health bars. Oh, goodness, man. What's this guy eat? Oh, I'm down to flashing. I guess we took it easy because the other guy was like a little older. Young guys die right away though. Split in half. That is your punishment for your years. That looks nice. I mean, not the fact that the village is on fire is nice, but it looks nice. Oh, it looks like the city, not the village. Some spry little guys. Oh, jump sliding a horse? Wow. Who would think that would be a good idea? I'm sure I'll make out fine if I slide tackle the horse. No, you won't. Stop that, you moron. No, of course. Galloping along. I am Sivu. This is a little already. Damn. Sandor's gonna walk on water. What the heck? Ugh. And I took his money
I have told General
and chopped him in half. I've defeated an officer! Oh boy, wow, right off the bat, boss time, huh? Must be the last stage. Well, I guess technically they're mini bosses. Not the main boss. Health bars are very good bosses, though. Oh, so close.
The level was ready.
Ouch, 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 ouch. Goodness. Ugh, tough guy. Oh, what is this power gushing out? Oh, man. How lewd. I am Dongchok. Okay. Riding 2 horses? Oh, man, this guy's huge. And well coordinated. I don't even know how you do that. Don't be too happy, boy. Someone's escaping. Not you. Oh, you have a brother? What? You're both huge. We both have an enormous front sticker. Well, not even the boulders have a mind of their own. How are you sitting towards me, boulder? What? Talk nonsense. How far can you follow me? I mean, yeah, I'm on a horse. Yikes.
I'm here to assist you.
Yeah, it's a very long stage. Welcome, boy. I admire that you've come this far, but this is your limit. I'll accept your challenge. Come on! I finally cornered you, Dongchok. This is all over with. Your sword will break, or this sword will break you into pieces. A lot of talking for what ultimately ends up being a lot of chopping. Oh, jeez. The Emperor Dongchok, an emperor never... the crowd.
I have killed General Tong.
Don't worry, I left you one in peace. I'm merciful. Hmm, 89 had the best arcade games? I don't know. I kind of feel like 92 and 93 were really good.
For our victory!
Of course, we're living in the golden age of games now. I mean, there are just games everywhere. Alright, so that was Dynasty Wars. Thanks to Liu Bei's army, a traitor. Dongchok's ambition has been fallen along with the castle. Dongchok has finally died. After all, he was not equal to the task. Hoo Chunjen is almost in my hands. Liu Bei's army surprised me. They are not bad. They could be harmful to my plan to conquer the world. I have to fight it out sooner or later. Who is the man who boasts that Chunjen in his hand? Is this turbulent time still going on? Oh yeah, for a while. Liu Bei and his comrades had no idea at this point that the battle was merely a beginning of the war. Coming soon, Dynasty Wars 2. I don't know if that ever came out. Anyway, this is Audapostrophe. You've been watching Dynasty Wars. That is part of the Capcom Arcade Stadium on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I mean, I think this is good. It would have been fun in the arcades just to, drop a couple quarters in. I don't know if I would have spent all the money to go all the way to the end. Like I said, Capcom was pumping so many of these kind of games out, in a fairly short amount of time. But they were all making money at the same time too. So this is exactly the kind of game that would be good arcade fodder. Would look good, play easy. Provide you with a little bit of a challenge, but that's still at the same time, not necessarily be fair to you. So yeah, check it out. I think it's worth your time. If you played everything on the Capcom beat 'em up collection, then this is certainly in that same vein of game, and I think it still works out pretty well now. It's a little boring at the end, but that's the way all these games are. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.